Hello, Coughlan. I see your video makes some pretty good points. However, it's time you faced me. And as a man of science myself, you may find it hard to refute my arguments, seeing as I use science for religious reinforcement. Here are my evidences. Number 1. Apples exist in the Bible, Genesis obviously, so how do you explain this? Is this not an apple? Is it just chance that evolution and the Big Bang came together to form this apple just as the Bible said it would? Or is it possible that God lent a helping hand, sort of guided the Big Bang and guided evolution to this conclusion? There's no doubt about it, apples do exist, and they exist in the Bible. Coincidence? I think not. 2. Man has in fact been made in God's image. So how do you propose evolution brought us to this point? My argument here is that without divine intervention, evolution couldn't have possibly created us as we are now, in the image of God. Man, the image of God, coincidence? I think not. Oh, and by the way, I do respect you in your video, and the main reason is because most people just say, well, it doesn't make any sense, that's why I'm not religious. A giant puppet master in the sky looking over what we do is a totally ridiculous idea. Well, I'm glad that you look at it syllogistically, and you explain exactly why, even though you're wrong, logically, religion is false, because that giant puppet master does exist, and it is completely logical. Your arguments are much better, of course, still wrong, but, a much more respectable approach to things. And finally, 3. If morality is relative at all, as you suggest, then couldn't it be considered subjective in all cases? I mean, Hitler thought he was doing a good thing. He was trying to purify his country, Heil. However, if we allow that kind of subjectivity, then you have a bunch of people going to heaven that shouldn't go to heaven because they all think they're doing the right thing. And we can't have everyone going to heaven, so there's a list of rules that's placed down to kind of filter out the good and the bad. Whether or not they actually are good and bad doesn't really matter. We just need some kind of filter. That's the way the system works. Oh, and the reason that God's rules don't apply to himself is because he's already in heaven. These rules apply to people who are going through the test. Thanks for watching.